Right, good evening ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to FTRL and welcome back to F3 for round number 5, the Canadian Grand Prix from an overcast looking Montreal circuit. I'm joined in the commentary box tonight by the ever-present FTRL Pagani, and we are joined by a surprise Hammer Time. Evening chaps.
Good evening. Afternoon.
Just worth mentioning, we have got Aaron lurking at the back of the booth as ever.
Bonsoir. They say that in some parts of Canada.
They do indeed, especially in this part.
Well, there we go. Can I just mention it's looking very overcast.
Yes, it was mentioned. Well, it's done that, I think, the two previous nights, hasn't it? I mean, we actually had rain in F1, and F2 was not the brightest of conditions. But it stayed dry.
I wish it rained in the F1 race. I wish it rained. But that's just my... Can I just mention we have a wild British beanhead in the lobby? I mean, he does tend to take like 3-week vacations, but he is back. Well, hopefully for more than one race, but you never know with Dan. But it's good to see him back on the grid.
Yeah, well, we've only got 15 on the grid, so holidays are still having an effect on numbers, but 15 isn't a bad turnout for a midsummer session.
A lot of people going out on the soft straight away.
Yeah, we saw that last night in F2, quite a lot of soft running early on.
We do have two people on the hard tire, one being British Beanhead, the other one being T Smith, and I believe they'll be in a party together, so T Smith normally qualifies towards the front, so maybe just doing a sighter lap on the hards, get his eye in, because it is a very difficult track on track limits in Canada.
Yep, well, Charlie's gone out on the soft and set a 109.3. Pretty sure there's still some lap time left in that.
Right, well, if Jamie gets a podium, he can't do podium interviews because his mic's broken, so we can't see if he's actually Mexican still. So, I mean, these things happen. So. We've got a few boys in the chat already with Donzo and Agent Panda, that is. Saying hello. We've got Kat saying I hate Canada. Yeah, we saw that. We saw that last night, Kat. Raver saying hashtag Team Peatman. Yeah. Best of luck with that one, Rivers. And Goy Carp saying hashtag Team Engine Noise.
Yes, if Goy's watching the stream, the people in the stream may not have any engine noise at the moment.
Not again.
It's happened again, yeah.
Oh no.
But it came back for the race last week, so fingers crossed. We'll just grin and bear it. Our championship leader Liam is venturing out onto the circuit on a set of soft tyres.
I was going to say, Liam does tend to go for the softer tyre compounds, because he does try and like a two-stop strategy. But he has said he doesn't like this track, but he has said that about every previous track, so... I mean, Charlie and Hijacked are very close on time, and like those are usually two of the quicker guys in the division. So maybe the track just isn't at its fastest currently.
Now Charlie's now going to give the medium compound a go. So he's just going to start his flying lap.
We have a wild Mac calls in the stream chat saying let's go light. And Goikart Panda for P6. Well, after last week, Agent Panda did fall outside the top 10 in the championship, so he's looking to get back in there. So if he can get a P6, it should jump him right back up in into that fight. Got yellow flag sector 2, but I believe that's just somebody getting out the way.
Well, it's a nice short lap, so Charlie's already coming through the final chicane.
A very difficult chicane to get right without invalidating the lap.
Well, he didn't invalidate it, and he bettered his previous lap by a tenth.
Oh, Liam's come through and done a 108.3. Yeah.
Liam's setting out his stall there.
Yep, he's absolutely shown his hand.
And a quick note, Rob Elson just joined us last week and is currently sitting P4 on a 1094. Showed good pace last time out.
Yeah, had a very good debut last week, as did Martin in the Renault. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the two Mercedes go this week, having not been on the grid for a week or two now.
I was going to say, with the oven missing a week, it probably does need some preheating for this week. So, I mean, you never want to come into a weekend cold. And yeah, British Beanhead. I mean, he does like Canada. He has had good results here in the past. I remember a podium.
Yeah, he had I think he had a P2 or a P3 here in performance.
So we know he's got the car speed. Just can he pull it out without invalidating? Is going to be the question. Currently sat in P8. We're about to set a time on the medium tire. Oh, a little bit of a wall tap there from British Beanhead. No damage on the front wing though.
Now the oven's gone to P5 with a 110.4 on the hard compound tyre.
That is a pretty good lap time for the hard tyre.
He's looking strong.
I mean, you'd anticipate him doing a final lap on the medium and try and go on the alternate strategy to the guys running the soft. British Beanhead coming to the line. Goes P5, usurps his teammate from P5, so only a tenth between them though with different tyres, so I'd say Owen's in a better place, but he has done 2 laps on that hard tyre now, and he is out of fuel. No? Yes? No, he's not going very quickly.
Yeah, well I checked his, I sort of went on board with him towards the end of his lap, his flying lap on that tyre before, and his fuel light was already on, so just getting well out of the way of the guys coming through.
Hashtag Ascom's top 3 for start. Um,
As they are, I think, for me.
I think you are correct. Yeah, I think it is going to be in that order as well.
I'm going to tip a surprise. I'm going to say British Beanhead's going to go out in the softs and put it P2, and Oven is going to put the mediums on and put it P3.
Bold.
See, that's why we have you around, Pagani, always stirring things up.
And if Agent Panda gets a clean lap, I'm going to tip him for 6th. I've seen some practice sessions with him about. He's got pace. A few little wall taps here and there, so hopefully he can avoid wing damage tonight.
Well, someone's lost a front wing end plate out of the
That
turn
was-
5 and 6 chicane.
That was Mr. British Beanhead.
Who I believe is on an in-lap anyway.
Yes.
I mean, Charlie is out on an outlap on the soft tyre.
I mean,
I'm just trying to get
interestingly, I say he's slipstreaming Dan for some reason.
Oof. That was
I was gonna
scary
say-
watching Dan.
Did that bring back?
I say,
memories
did that
now?
bring back memories?
Yes, that certainly did.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
No,
Yeah,
it was only a
there's
love
the voice
tap.
of a
That's
victim.
all it was.
Oh,
Yeah, this turn 5-6 chicane that Charlie's going through now is a tricky little section of track.
strangely enough, that's the one part of the track I can actually do. It's this one I can't do.
6 temps up through sector 2.
That's going to put him closer to Liam, but can you find anything else in this lash again?
No, he
Without-
pulled
He's
in.
aborted. Well, Charlie should have time to go back out.
When you got Agent Panda and T Smith both without a time so and Jamie all three without a time so far. Jamie has set a lap but it's invalidated, and both Panda and T Smith
I mean,
coming out of pit lane.
maybe Charlie was just testing the water with that set of tyres because he has set his best lap on the medium. And he may be wondering how much time there is in it.
Owen has retired. I don't know if he's done that in pit lane, so he'll be starting on the hard tyre if he stays inside the top 10.
Well, British Beanhead, as predicted, has gone out on the soft.
Jamie's retired from the session with no time set.
No, Charlie's going to... Oh, wow. I think we just found Jamie's car. It was on the exit of the turn 5-6 chicane, and British Beanhead came across it. It wasn't ghosted. And he braked to
he hasn't got
avoid
damage,
it.
has he?
Well, I don't think he hit it. I think he went through it, but he still pretty much backed out of his lap, trying, just in case.
He's on an outlap, so it's not too bad.
Lads, I
don't
just
want to
noticed
get
Rom Elson, sorry to jump in, Rom Elson, final corner was about to improve on his time on the mediums and then he lifted at the very last second. Like he broke because he went over the line and he was going to improve. Pretty interesting tactic, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he wants to start on the software. Oh! Lee's binned it in the World Champions! Oh! Oh! The World Champions Lex Renault's confirmed.
Yeah, well,
Claimed cut last night, it's claimed late tonight.
Oh!
Yeah, Junkie came through.
Yeah.
Found Lee's stricken corpse, but drove through it.
I think
Don't
that's
wanna
it
get-
for Junkie. He's not going to improve now.
You don't want to get shook up just before you start a lap like British Peanut did with going through a car. It puts you out your rhythm, it just upsets you, so yeah, you just tag the wall, come out the hairpin as British Peanut.
Is Smith up to 8th?
British Peanut in
Oh,
third.
good lap.
Liam pulls off into the pits.
Agent Panda's invalidated his first lap, unfortunately. He's still got time for another one, he's halfway through first sector. Still on board with Panda. He hasn't validated this lap so far, so might see a jump up from Panda. Gets the apex of the hairpin. There's only the last chicane to go. Doesn't invalidate through the last chicane.
No, it's very conservative through there.
He does push him in front of Jamie, so he's not well, he's starting the back row, but he's in front of Jamie, so.
And that, chaps, is that.
So Liam is on pole position by 9/10 once again.
Yep, he's third pole of the season. Charlie has the other two.
I would say it's going to be an interesting race with Charlie sat on the medium tyre. I mean, there's only TRS who's starting on the medium tyre inside the top 10 with him, or Oven on the hard tyre in 6th, so. Definitely going to be an interesting start.
He's indeed. So as we said, Liam takes his third pole of the season ahead of his championship rival Charlie in P2. The returning British Beanhead starting P3 ahead of Hijacked in 4th. Then we've got Rom Elson and the Oven on row 3, with Lee Cole and T Smith on row 4. BLT and the McLaren starts alongside TRS's Haas. Then we've got Martin and AJ in 11th and 12th. Junkie Sport is 13th with Agent Panda 14th, and Jamie bringing up the rear with no time set. Race predictions, gentlemen. I think it's that time, isn't it?
Hijacked win, Rom Elson second, Charlie third.
And it's still looking overcast for the race.
Well, Aaron predicted one last night. I'm going to say it tonight. Safety car.
Oh. Safety car would
My
split things up a bit.
my predicted top 3 tonight is going to be Liam, Charlie, and I am going to throw in the Oven for 3rd place.
Who are you throwing in the oven?
Yeah. I think he's sitting very, very pretty on them hard tyres.
Yeah, it's going to come. It's going to come down to keeping himself out of trouble and not losing too much time to the leading pack.
No, I think Liam's going to do the 2-stop, you know. So we saw it, the pace advantage he had in F1. I mean, Bran caught 11 seconds on Dutch in the last section of the race. So.
Yeah, we saw it from Stocky last night in F2.
So I'm thinking that if Liam can get away early, he's going to win this race. So Liam for P1 from me. I'm gonna go over for second, and then a battle for third between British Beanhead and Lee. There you go. No, I think Charlie and Liam have been disqualified from the formation. That.
I think so too, yeah.
Yeah, they have.
Good. We have a British Beanhead leading the pack.
Unfamiliar territory for him.
We do have a lot of guys in the grid actually. We have Lee, we've got TRS, we've got Agent Panda, we've got Junkie Sport. It would appear
We've got some very naughty boys.
I think they must have been watching old FTRL races and formation laps following onto the podium. Well, I want to be sneaky. I want to keep an eye on Oven from the start because he's going to struggle off the line on those hard tyres to everybody on softs around him. So
Yeah,
we'll keep an eye on him.
I shall keep an eye on the rear of the pack.
See if he gets swarmed or not into turn 1.
So if Liam's 2-stopping this start is going to be crucial.
But yeah, flagging secretary before the start of the race. Correct start.
Well, we're away in Canada and it's a good start from Liam. It's a good start from Beanhead too. Let's contact to turn 1. Charlie is round, he's been collected.
Collected by his teammate, I believe.
I think he was actually collected by Lee Cole in the Renault initially.
BLT's lost a lot of his front wing. He's decided he wanted to play ping pong between two cars.
Well, Oven has made it through turn 1 and 2 cleanly. Still got his front wing, and he's got T Smith over him, but I mean those two are good mates, so I wouldn't expect anything too rash.
Yeah, so Charlie lost his left-hand end plate in the melee at turn 1. What's making you squeak, Tel?
Marty decided he wanted to try and take Junkie Sport down at the hairpin. Got it a bit wrong. Almost spun it. Held on to it though.
Well, Lee and BLT have both pitted for wing changes. Charlie's going to soldier on. There was T Smith just clipped the wall on the exit of turn 4. He's lost some end plate.
I'll say Rob Elson does have front damage on the right hand side as well. It's a very easy track to knock quite your front wing off without any of the cars.
Jamie up the inside of TRS. Good move.
Front 3 making a break. They are on the soft tyre. So. I think British Greenhead needs to drive that he can't try and stay in DRS. He's right on that bubble at the moment at 1 second. He's trying to save some ERS, but personally I'd rather use the ERS to stay in the DRS window. And we've got what, Oven, T Smith and Charlie are still fairly close together from the start. Nice little battle pack, but half a second between them. Ramelson's just starting to fall away from Jamie with that front wing damage.
Charlie close to T Smith now. DRS open.
Oh, yeah, there was some closing speed between Charlie and T Smith, but
Yeah, there was.
again. I've seen a bit more front wing at turn 1 and 2. I don't know if there's been another incident, but
No, I've not seen any yellow flags of yet. Yeah, and Jamie's caught up to the back of Charlie now. So we've got a
yeah.
4-car train forming behind the oven, although he's managed to stretch his legs a little bit over T Smith.
I'll say that front wing damage that T Smith picked up by tagging the wall was just allowed Oven to pull away slightly. I mean, he's doing DRS, so that will help him.
He's just got to defend for his life for these first few laps, I think. Just channel his inner Scottish defender, Jonathan Crawford.
Charlie's already got a run on T Smith down towards the chicane. We saw a couple of incidents here last night, and T Smith backed right out of it and decided he's going to pit.
I was going to say Jamie also sent it up inside while Charlie was, so he sort of made his mind up for him.
There. Very late call there to dive into the pits.
Yeah, I think it looked like he was caught in two minds as to turn into the chicane or the pit lane. I think, yeah, Jamie being up the inside of him too just made his mind up for him.
Jamie's pushing Charlie.
He's gone onto the hard tyre as T Smith.
Jamie around the outside of Charlie. In the grass. Well, it's not really the best for traction.
Yeah, Jamie doing some charity work there on the inside of turn 7.
Well, up front, Liam has managed to pull out a DRS window from Hijack, so... I mean, Hijack is having to use a lot of the DRS to try and close back up. Whereas Liam has been able to save a bit now, so... About a 30% difference in the DRS.
Oh, Charlie just tagged the wall of champions. With his rear tyre, he got away with it. Jamie sends up the inside into turn 1.
That's the move done. I mean, I found out from experience, you can tag the wall of champions with the rear wheel and it's alright.
Yeah, that's exactly what Charlie did.
Oh, we've got yellow flag and second
Yeah,
three
we lost
BLT.
BLT.
I mean, did you pick up a 3-second penalty before that, so I'm going to guess that'll be the wall of champions.
I think that's the wall, yeah.
Hijacked has lost an entire second since the last time I looked at Liam.
Well, I've just got on board with Liam. He's down at the hairpin and the sun is breaking through the cloud cover.
Yeah, I thought the car looked a bit bright.
We've got Junkie Sport and Marty battling over P9. Junkie Sport very wide at the hairpin, but holds the position for now. Marty's going to have DRS down towards the final chicane. You would think this would be move done.
But Charlie and British Bean are in the pit lane.
Oh, there's contact.
Front wing change for Charlie.
British Beanhead is out on the medium tyre, so he's off the 2-stop.
He's going to get out in front. Almost. Gonna have to keep his head a bit here behind Junkie.
Charlie's also going to 2-stop. He's come out on the soft tyre.
British Beanhead needs to just keep his head now, wait for the DRS straight. Don't try anything stupid. There you go. Run inside it with a DRS shirt. Move done.
Oh,
Let's
he's
take the wall,
wrong
yep.
plate gone. He's lost his end plate.
Could that be his chances of a podium gone and taken by his teammate? Jamie's at the pit lane.
Yeah, Jamie, who was closing on the oven.
Going on the medium tyre, so he's going for 2-stop. Rob Elson is also in pit lane.
What sort of space is Jamie going to come out in? If any.
Going on to medium tyre as well. There's a lot of lads going on the medium tyre, so a lot of 2-stops tonight.
Jamie popped out behind his teammate. And he
Charlie came
Gets-
up behind T. Smith.
gets waved through.
Oh, Junkie Martin battling again.
Here we go, round 2.
Oh, Liam's in pit lane.
Junkie goes deep at the hairpin once again, and this time I thought Marty had a better run then. And Jamie's
Liam
coming
and
up
Roger.
behind them.
British Beanhead is back in pit lane. They're going for the hard tyre and a front wing change. That's asking a hell of a lot from that hard tyre. We have seen, I think, 24, 25 laps from some guys that started on a soft tyre and needed 2 races this week.
I think he's just hoping for points now.
Charlie has squeaked past the Agent Panda, as has T. Smith.
Jamie on the inside of Marty. No,
He's tagged the wall.
he's lost his end
He's lost
plate.
an end plate, yep, same as British Beanhead did.
Oh! Junkie Sport's gone well wide at the hairpin. I think he saw someone in the crowd. Oh.
Well, he went wider than a moose's rear end there.
I mean, did he go as wide as Catamees did last night?
No. I don't think anybody's ever gone as wide as Catamese went last night. Junkie Sport and AJ in pit lane. AJ's gone on to the medium tyre and so has Junkie Sport. Junkie Sport getting a front wing change.
Yeah, Junkie Sport's been struggling with that hairpin the last 3 or 4 laps. Every time I've seen him, he's been almost off the circuit.
So I mean at this rate there's basically oven on a 1-stop and everybody else is on a 2-stop.
Liam's got a good exit.
Well, he's got TRS and Marty who haven't pitted yet. Liam has
And Liam has
recaught and passed the oven.
and sets fastest lap in the process while overtaking oven. So oh, Marty just hit exit Wall of Champions, and he's lost his end plate on
so-
the right hand side.
Another end plate gone.
Oh, he
Locks
runs
up into
wide
turn
for his
1.
trouble.
Going car for one of the people. We want a safety car. And we have seen a couple of big crashes over the last 2 days, and I think we've seen a virtual safety car, so I mean it's going to have to be something substantial to bring out the full safety car, I believe.
I think the body language of Charlie's car at the moment suggests he's pushing quite hard. He absolutely threw that car into 3 and 4.
So he's doing car on the soft tyre. Go for a switch
He's
back
gone
on
for
Martin.
the switch back.
Aaron's just climax.
Well, it was on stream, so Aaron will be able to watch it over and over and over. Oh!
Oh,
Oh, he's
no!
crashed!
Oh.
There's a big crash!
What are champions! I think
He
Charlie
kept it
clipped it,
going.
and Martin has tagged him on the way past.
How are those 2 cars still going?
I mean, you said that Charlie was pushing, he might have just pushed too hard.
Yep, and he's
rear tyres are
absolutely...
overheated.
Yep, he's baked those rear tyres.
Oh,
Wow!
I
I think AJ may have just had a kitten.
think I did. God. Nope, Charlie's gone again. I believe that car might become a retirement.
He's just got to slow it down.
In the meantime, British Beanhead is on the back of Agent Panther. Rom Elson is on the back of T Smith, and Jamie is catching TRS. And TRS hasn't pitted yet, so you'd expect Jamie to get past at some point.
And also, Hijack is now within half a second of Oven.
Jamie inside of TRS. Get the move done. Oh, Martin T. Smith and Rom Elson have all constained together. Obviously Martin with that front wing damage from Charlie spinning in front of him. T. Smith gets the job done.
Hijack in front of Oven.
Beanhead's got the job done on Agent Panda.
And Charlie's made it back to pit lane.
Hats off to Charlie there. It could have been quite easy for him just to pull over and stop.
We do have some troubling news though. We do believe that part of the wall is sticking out like it was last night. And that's what caught Catami's out at the very end of the race. So
Yeah, well, you know that we said we think BLT lost it at the Wall of Champions? Yeah, I think that was the problem that we had last night when Spurge retired there. It just kicked out that bit of wall.
So if that is true and some boys are saying it, they're going to have to avoid it for 20 laps. And that's going to massively hamper them through that final chicane. Agent Panda and Martin are finally coming to pit lane. Both put out a fresh set of medium type. Yeah, they both started on the medium and gone back out on a fresh set of mediums. I am quite surprised that, like...
Yeah, I can just about see it when I go on board with the guys through that final chicane. There is that little bit of wall, just looks a bit different from the rest of the barrier.
I'm quite surprised we haven't seen a few more cars in the one stop.
Yeah, we've only got Oven left to pit now.
And I think he's the only one that can do the one stop.
Sliding a bit now. Is Oven.
Yeah, Rom Elson's sliding it about a bit out of turn 2.
DRS picking up a penalty.
I think we're going to see a pass here possibly from Rom Elson on T Smith.
Raging Panda's picked up a time penalty. There's a few battered race cars out there now. But like you said, Tyler, we're going to battle for 5th place. I mean, I can't imagine T Smith's going to the end from here. I mean, he's already done 11 laps on these set of hards, and he's got, what, 19 laps to go? That might be asking just a little bit too much from a set of hard tyres.
I mean, if we're fortunate enough to see a safety car during this race, T Smith is one person that would help massively.
I mean, it is, but it all depends when it comes out, if it comes out. But if it comes out in the next lap, he's struggling to make it in on a set of mediums. But he has gone deep at the hairpin.
Good run out of the final chicane. Around the outside of turn 1, gives him the inside for 2. Good move.
Racing there, good pass.
We've got round 3 of Junkie Sport versus Martin. Martin gets a move done in DRS and... Oh, well, I think Martin just hit the wall in the straight. Yeah, he's got wing damage on the left hand side. Attempting to cut back to the left to get the braking zone for final chicane, he's clipped the wall on the left and got wing damage. Got on board over and he does appear to be struggling through some of those lower speed corners now.
Meanwhile, his teammates closing the gap on league hole in P7.
I'd expect Lee in before long, he's on 15 laps on a set of mediums. I just don't want to see another banana in the Wall of Champions. Oh, I've seen another banana.
As you say that.
Sorry.
God, Pagani, what are you doing?
Oh no.
His tyre is rolling down the main straight.
And it's with that I had my resignation in from commentary for jinxing too many people. I can only apologise for that. Sorry.
I mean, you could not have timed that any better if you tried. Oven pits.
Oh! Rob Elson was very close to the World Champions. It was a lot closer than what Martin was, so I think some guys have seen that bit of wall sticking out and some guys aren't. Oven comes out side by side with T Smith.
Right behind T Smith. On a very used set of hard compound tyres.
Oh, T Smith's in the wall. He's lost end plate again. T Smith doesn't fight it. And these two are mates, so they're probably in a party together. Like I said, British Beanhead is just getting on with it, got up the back of Lee, and Lee is still going on 17 lap mediums. They have to be crying round about now. I think my mediums from the start did 14 laps, and yeah, I won it off of them very quickly. So. I mean, Owen has very quickly got the back of Rom Elson as well after that pit stop. He got past T Smith at turn 5, and he's caught up second and a half gap to Rom Elson.
Lee and Beanhead both pit together.
Okay. That wasn't anticipated, but we'll go with it.
So Beanhead's getting another wing change, and he's gone onto a set of medium compound tyres that already have 2 laps on them. That shouldn't be too much of a problem from here.
Ovens just made a move on Ron Nelson.
I mean, Jamie's coming up the pit lane on 12 lap medium, so in the second, what time did he start on? I think he started on a soft, so we should be able to go mediums to the end. Yeah, mediums and a wing change. T Smith is in pit lane. He's only done 15 laps on the hard, so he's going to do 15 laps on the mediums now with a wing change.
Yeah, well at this point the oven is a pit stop behind hijacked.
British Beanhead is on the back of Lee Colligan. It's been a battle that's been brewing as hijacked speeds into pit lane. Going on another set of mediums. Man, I'm wondering what Liam's going to do for his next stop, whether he comes in to cover hijack now or goes 2 or 3 laps more and goes soft to the end.
I mean, he had a 10-second advantage before hijacks came in.
T Smith out of the pits on fresh mediums, he's got past TRS and DRS straight. British Beanhead versus Lee is still on. 10th place. Got a good exit as British Beanhead. Moved him before turn 1. Not much Lee can do to fight that one. Yeah, Martin in the chat saying the Wall of Champions are taking him out. Thankfully, he probably hasn't heard me jinx him before it happens. So.
Junkie Sport's been for an adventure. He's lost a place to Beanhead. He's now got Lee behind him.
Oh. Looked a little bit of a late move from Junkie, but Lee goes to the outside for the hairpin. Oh, bit of argy-bargy.
There's an undercut. Switch back. Move done. And Lee should have the DRS. He does. Got
AGM pit lane. Liam in pit lane. They just come out a fresh set of mediums. What does Liam go on to? And then a set of mediums. So unless something happens, I would suggest that the top 3 is sort of finalised for now. I mean, the last time I opened my mouth, something happened, so maybe I shouldn't do that.
So Rom's going to have to pit again, which he does right on cue.
That should promote Jamie back up in the P4 and drop Rom out in front of T Smith. In theory. Or it could be close between Jamie and Romelson actually.
Well, Rom's on his way out of the pit lane now.
So Jamie's past start finish now.
With this pit exit, Rom will get to cut turn 1. It'll feed him straight into turn 2.
There's only a couple of seconds behind, with 3 lap pressure tyres. 3 seconds behind.
Keep an eye on that one.
But with that battle with Junkie Sport, Lee Cole has dropped 3 seconds to the back of British Greenhead now. Charlie has since got past Agent Panda, and Charlie is on the back of AJ.
Yeah, well, they've all just jumped Junkie Sport, who makes another pit stop.
In the midst of all this, Liam is in traffic. He's about to catch Charlie, who's catching AJ. His gap was 10 seconds before he pitted, it's now down to 5.
See, we've got used to seeing Liam and Charlie on track together, but not in this context.
It's not really the context we want to see them together either. We want to see them battle and we don't want to see them lapping each other really, but everybody's due a bad race once in a while. Charlie gets out the way. T Smith picks up a 3-second penalty. Oh, AJ gets out the way for Liam into turn 1. That puts Charlie right back on the back of 10th place again. I mean, AJ's on fresh mediums and Charlie's on well 12 lap old hard tyres.
There you go, you got there in the end.
Yeah. I'll have a drink, see what helps.
Oh, Oven picks another 3-second penalty.
Jamie picks up
retaliation. Jamie picks one up as well.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, closing speed between Charlie and AJ at the hairpin again. However, Charlie's got a fantastic run. More or less gets side by side before the DRS activation line. AJ's got very little ERS. He's down to set 6%, while Charlie's on 67.
Charlie were ahead before they hit the braking zone for the final chicane.
British Greenhead still pushing, but picks up a 3-second penalty for his trouble. And Rom Elson has got that gap down from 3 seconds to 2 seconds.
Yep, I was just about to pick up on that.
Well, in the meantime, while it's a little bit quiet, we have Mex's Cats. What do you guys take on the Gasly Albon swap?
Like to take it first, Si?
Never play poker with Helmut Marko.
Yeah. I think, what was it, the 2nd of August? We're not changing drivers.
I was going to say it was at the Hungarian Grand Prix. No, we're not going to change drivers this season. Yeah, like you say, not even 2 weeks later, here we are, and poor old Gasly's found himself back at Toro Rosso.
Well, TRS has just pitted for the soft tyre, so he's going to be quick. I mean, he's going to be 6, 7 seconds, going to be 8 behind Lee. It's a large gap to try and close. Junkie Sport has passed Agent Panda as Agent Panda pits. But that's sort of all doing track battles for now. He's very spaced out currently, which is unfortunate, but these things happen in racing. But yeah, Albon in a Red Bull. I'm not sure how I feel about that. And what, George Russell won F2, ends up in a Williams. Lando Norris finishes P2, gets a McLaren. Albon finishes P3, ends up in a Red Bull.
Suddenly finds himself in a race-winning car. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a crazy old world, isn't it? The world of F1.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit of a poison seat, isn't it, to be next to Max at the moment, because you can. That team is geared towards one driver.
Yeah.
One driver only at the moment. I think he just needs to get that car in the top, maybe 5, maybe split the Ferraris.
I was going to say, Albon's job now for the rest of this season is to consistently score top 6 finishes, and if he can, just try and jump.
Cause havoc with
they just need him to try and beat a Ferrari every now and then, because that's what Red Bull want. They're after that P2 in the constructors, and it just didn't look like it was going to happen with Gasly at the wheel. Which is it's sad, but it's a shame.
I think he should have been given to the end of the season, personally.
I think so too.
Before they started changing seats around.
But it was a monetary thing, wasn't it, for Red Bull?
Yes.
You know, that P2's worth something like $15 million or something, isn't it? An extra 15 million over P3,
like
it's something silly like that, isn't it?
I mean, the money surrounding one place is... yeah. That's what I'd say no to, let's put it that way.
Well, while we've been discussing Red Bull, Rom Elson's had a moment and dropped a second and a half to Jamie.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's not much happening at the moment, is there? It's
you've got TRS slowly reeling in Lee. That's really about it at the moment.
Zom's just popped up in the chat, backing his teammate TRS, as you just mentioned his name there, Tel.
I'm going to jump in with a random fact for you, gentlemen.
Oh, we like Aaron's random facts. Here we go. What you got for us?
Liam does not have a single warning in this entire race.
wow. So does this
complete.
confirm that F3 is better than F1? Oh. Yeah, Liam is now lapping 8th place Lee. I mean, I know Lee had a very early pit stop in the lap 1, but I mean, to be lapping 8th place is pretty good going.
No
I mean, if
doubt.
he's any more dominant.
I'm just saying, no doubt, it's got to be at his forefront of his mind to try and do a double promotion. Has to be.
I mean, he's got the pace, evidently.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, I don't know quite a few practice lobbies with him, and I can't catch his coattails. So
Yeah, can't catch them, let alone hang on to them.
but we've got a few lads spotting TRS.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
he's halved the gap to Lee since we last checked it.
I was gonna say, I think the boys in the chat are hoping for it to happen. We're hoping for it to happen. So come on, TRS. Oh wait, I shouldn't say that. And someone else
No.
say it, so
No.
it overwrites what I said.
Pagani doesn't mean it. He's not talking about said driver.
Yeah, Pagani said DRS.
Yeah. Got a carp, come on lad in the chat, so... I either just saw some front wing at the Wall of Champions or I saw a leaf. It was probably a leaf.
I think it was a leaf because I got caught out by that yesterday.
British Bayonet picks up another penalty.
I think there's going to be some chopping and changing here at the end of the race with time penalties coming in.
There is very much so.
Jamie
Expect
picks
the
up another one.
unexpected, gentlemen.
Thank you for that great piece of knowledge there, Aaron.
No problem.
Whoever's jumping in the team, leave me alone.
Shocking.
Oh dear. That's bad, that is.
I saw a very weird line coming from British Beanhead coming out of that hairpin. I think he might be struggling with tyre wear. He's on 14 laps, which would now be 15 laps on a medium tyre. I mean, I thought he had a puncture. It was that much of a weird line.
Well, you've said it now.
Sorry, Dan. Yeah, it does look like he's beginning to struggle. Just a tad. Aaron, can you time out Revers in the chat?
That's worse than the first one. I think TRS unfortunately has burnt those tyres out. There's a lot of sliding going on now.
Well, while Liam was going through traffic, the gap was 5 seconds. He's got no one around him, and he's got the gap back to 10 seconds. Did someone say dominance?
Rom Elson might just get himself a chance to overtake Jamie on track on the final lap. It's almost within DRS range.
Oh, Agent Panda's misses breaking point. He nearly caught the back of T. Smith, but he kept it away from him. He swerved away from him rather than towards him. So,
Well, as we're on the last laps, chaps, driver of the day?
it's one of three really. I mean, you can't really look much further than Liam. He's still pulling a second a lap at the moment. You got Oven, the only man to try the opposite strategy in P3, and you've got Charlie, who just has not given up this entire race.
I'm going for the oven.
I'm going for Oven as well. I think that strategy call, going on them hard tyres, keeping out of trouble, just doing his thing. I think he's had a very good race today.
Sorry to butt in, gents, but Sarah was right. We do have Romelson on the back of Jamie. We have TRS on the back of Lee. Both less than a second now. I don't know what's happened, but this race is heating up in the last lap. Liam's won the race.
Lee holds off TRS. Now, what's going
Charlie
to
jumped on
happen?
both of them.
What's going to happen between Rom and Jamie?
Didn't look like he got a very good exit out of there, Rom.
But he's gaining speed on
Gaining.
DRS.
Is he gonna? Oh dear.
He's ahead.
Oh, we saw handbags. We
dear.
saw handbags here yesterday.
He's pulled out of it. He's lost it.
Oh, it's resetting. Where's
reset.
T Smith? T Smith's coming.
Oh.
Rom holds on and gets Jamie on penalties.
T Smith stays sixth, so we'll just wait for the Beanhead to come down and cross the line. But yeah, Liam didn't see him win the race, but he has won the race in dominant fashion once again.
And like I said, Charlie managed to jump both Nicole and Tiara, so Charlie's finished 8th after everything has happened today. Oh. Shall I crack on inviting all podium members? I got surprised there everybody was appearing online.
Boys, the preheated oven cannot make the podium interview. So, could be an opportunity to maybe get Rom Elson in for his first one.
Great way to join the party.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good afternoon. Oh. Yeah, Owen can't join us in the podium interviews, unfortunately, so we're just waiting to see if Rob Elson joins us.
You know what, right? Just very quickly. Didn't get a single warning that race.
We know.
It was mentioned as an Aaron key fact during the stream.
No. Like warning. Didn't get a
No.
single warning.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we know. It was mentioned during the stream.
Sorry, mate. Actually, no, I did get one. I'm lying. Lee Cole. Just. But that's not what I'm angry at.
Only you can be angry at winning a race by 11 seconds.
Yep. Is Oven in? And I'll be in.
Owen can't join us.
Rom's in. Hello, Rom.
Yep.
Welcome to Hody. Welcome to the interview.
Right, before we get cracking, boys, can you all check that your voices are allowed to be shared?
Yep.
Yes.
So our listening public can hear what you've got to say.
They got the public.
And we shall kick things off with our race winner, Liam. Once again, we didn't see much of you on stream, just an indication of how dominant that race was for you. Yeah,
I won't call it dominant. I think a couple of people crashed out because of a stupid wall. That's a joke.
Yeah,
and I highlighted it. But it's a joke.
We'll address the wall in a moment. But yeah, like you've alluded to, no penalties. Led every lap apart from after you made your first pit stop, but it didn't take you long to regain that. And yeah, you just looked comfortable as ever out in front once again on a track which you claim to dislike.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. I mean, it was chill. But I didn't have a lot of pressure because, as I said, what happened, but we'll get into that. But yeah, I guess it was kind of calm and it was kind of chill. Just tried to stay off the places where I know I get a penalty, and just tried to take it home after what happened.
Yep. So the Wall of Champions. From what we can gather after last night and tonight, it seems that once a car has crashed into it, it disfigures it somewhat, and there's a
Not even when you crash into it. I remember before we were doing a practice lobby and it's just there. I tried to highlight it before, but yeah, I mean, it's not even the Wall of Champions, it's the barrier before that, and I'm pissed because it's ruined a good race. Charles has hit it, other people have hit it, Marty hit it, for instance. He was going to be in the points, and it's just ridiculous, and it looks stupid, and it just looks unprofessional, to be honest. It's just unreal. I'm not blaming yous because you couldn't do anything because you don't mitigate it, but it's just a joke.
Yep, it is a shame, as you say. It did detract from what was a pretty good race all round. Once again.
Yeah, it was good, but still, I think a couple of people went out today who could have gone up fighting, and it's just disappointing to see that we've had to see them go out. Same with last night with Cat. It's ridiculous. Not good. We don't want to see it.
Yeah, and from a championship standpoint, that's
unfortunately gained.
Now opened up quite a gap for you now. So I guess you're.
I just don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. It's not cool. It's like I've won by just bull. So I'm not. I don't really. Yeah. But GG, Jack played a good race. He was really close to me. He's been really good. 8 seconds behind me constantly all the race. And, yeah. But it's just disappointing to see. Still, I'm just really fuming that it's happened to not just Charles, but Marty and the others. It's just not cool.
Alright, well, we'll move off of this week. We'll look ahead to the next round in Belgium. You any happier about Belgium?
Yeah. I'm happy. Yeah. Belgium's cool. I think it'll be close between a lot of people because a lot of people like that track. Obviously, it's a really good track. Yeah, it's really fun, flowing, twisting, great overtaking opportunities. It's wide. It's gonna be really good. I think definitely gonna be a very, very exciting race, no matter what. And then I think after that we've got Silverstone. Am I right? Which is gonna be good as well. So 2 races next are gonna be very good.
Okay, well, congratulations on another race win. Like you say, not the way you wanted it, but you did what you needed to do.
Yeah. Thank you. Sorry for coming in all angry, but it's just.
It happens.
Thank you so much.
First off, I'm just double check everybody's allowing the voices to be shared. I got asked this, so just double check.
Yeah.
Because we have had an interview before where we had a Mr. Goycarp who didn't allow his voice to be shared. And yeah, we had an interviewer talking to himself for like 10 minutes.
That's Goycarp.
Right, Tell, are you still here? If so, who would you like to interview?
I'll interview Ron.
Cool. Oh crap, that means I've got to do it. Okay. Oh, I'll sit up then. Right, professional. Right, here we go. Right. Hijack. Qualifying. What was it? I want to say 3. Don't know.
It ended up being P4.
P4.
Beanhead took me, I think, on one of his last laps we tried. I set a relatively decent lap on my first set of softs. Tried to have another attempt and it just didn't really work, so I thought I'd just settle for the first one. I would have preferred to be in third off the line, but I mean, I think into turn 1 we actually ended up going 3 wide, which was pretty interesting. Ultimately, it wasn't the end of the world. I did have the pace on the track. I'd completely agree with Liam. There's some people that should have been a lot higher up. We all know what happened to Charlie. He should have been a lot higher up. He had something happen to him in turn 1. I think he got a nick on his front wing, and then he got caught by again. It's not the Wall of Champions. It's the barrier just before it. That just sort of jumps out. But yeah, I think it would have been a lot nicer to have Charlie in the race, because even sort of when I got close to him coming up to lap him, we were pretty on par on pace, and I think it would have made it a lot more entertaining race as a whole if he was up there with me.
Yeah.
But qualifying was a bit meh for me, but I think I made up for it in the race. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've seen Liam sort of be on a different planet compared to everyone else this season. Do you reckon you will be that man to finally take him off his little pedestal? Like, just knock him down a peg, just give him a kick on the way down or something? Just...
No. I mean, ultimately, Liam's had absolute dominance through the whole season, and hats off to him for it. He puts in the work, which is part of it. You know, I've known him. He puts in so much time and effort into doing sort of, you know, time trials on every track most days of the week. So he puts in the most effort. So ultimately, fair play to him here. You know, he deserves each win he gets. I think potentially there's an opportunity to bring it to him in terms of competition, but it'd be on a certain track in certain situations. I don't think it's going to be like a dead cert. It'll be something will cause it to happen and be more of a competition in a certain race. But I don't think I'm not under any illusion that I am actually on the same sort of skill level as him. But I think Canada was a bit of a sort of stepping stone. I think we're a lot closer in terms of the pace. We're still behind, but you know, there's some work to be done, and we'll find the right track and we'll make it happen.
I mean, obviously looking at the championship standings, the start of the season didn't exactly go to plan. I think Baku was 3/4 of a lap.
Oh yeah, good 3/4 of a lap. So going into the fourth race, I'd only not completed a lap yet.
Obviously, this P2 is going to jump you back up the standings. Do you reckon you're up for promotion this season now?
Well, sort of looking at the pace between some of the drivers in F3, I think there's certainly two drivers in particular I think fully deserve to be in F1. Comparing my pace, potentially, I think I could be sort of competing relatively high up the pack in F2. So I'd definitely be open to it. I think probably first things first, though, focus on this season. I need a teammate to actually complete a lap as well. Because so far I've had a teammate DNF once and then been on a holiday for the rest of it. So we'll get to work on that. We'll get some sort of 1-2s going on. We'll get some good teamwork going on once we've got someone actually permanently sit on that seat. But that's the focus for the moment.
I was gonna say, it's been a while since we've seen a Ferrari in F3. Like, I said been a while. It's been the first time we've seen a Ferrari anywhere near the front in F3. So, yeah, congrats, and I'm sure it's probably not the last time we're going to see you in the podium news this season. So.
Thanks, man.
All done, mate?
Oh, yeah.
Right, so Rom, good qualifying, mate. P5, I believe. Yes, P5. We see you got in a little bit of bother in turn 2 at the start. Talk us through your race. Yeah,
Tels, sorry to jump in, mate. Rom's voice isn't coming through on the stream. So go into the party on your PS main screen. Then go into party settings. Go down to allow your voice to be shared, and then click on always allow.
All right, it should be on now.
Perfect. Cheers, buddy. Thank you. Sorry to jump in.
Yeah, no
That's all right.
problem.
Right, let's we'll start that again so everyone can hear. So P5 obviously in qualifying, so you had a good qualifying there. Obviously, everyone heard me say that you had a bit of a collision in turn 2, but let everyone know how your race went again.
Yeah, so like I said, the first turn in turn 2, I've got tangled on with Charles, which was an unfortunate case, but yeah, we managed to get through the first stint well. Lost a couple of positions, but in the second stint, I was able to manage to get most of the positions back. And yeah, at the end it was a close battle with Jamie. It was like back and forth because every time I got in the 2-second range of Jamie, I slipped. It was, I needed to gain those seconds back. So, but yeah, in general, I'm pretty happy about my race. But it's just some minor points that can be better in the future. But yeah.
Yeah, it was a good solid race. So that's 2 fourth positions now on the trot. Your last race out in Spain and now 4th tonight. Any views of going forward this season? Do you reckon with the remaining tracks, we are now coming up to the halfway point? Do you think you could push up the league, maybe have an outside chance of promotion, or you just looking to get some good points with your teammates to try and get that Constructors' Championship?
Yeah, so the Constructor Championship is obviously the goal to win, because me and Charles could easily overtake Liam because he has not a teammate. But yeah, for the championship for myself, I think the main goal for me is to get in the first 4 to get promotion. I'm 3 races behind, so it's manageable, but yeah, I'll have to do better. Like I have to get some 3rd places to get in the first 4, I suppose. But yeah, we'll see. The main goal is top 5, and the ultimate goal is promotion to F2.
Yeah, well, with 2 fourth spots on the bounce, mate, I think you've got a solid base to attack now. So good luck to you going forward in the season.
Yeah, thanks. I hope it goes as well as the last 2 races.
Si, anything more?
No, just congratulations to all of our finishers tonight and indeed the rest of the week. And yeah, that's going to wrap up Canada for another season. So next week we move on to round number 6 and Belgium to finish off the first half of season 10. Got some intriguing championship battles brewing, so we hope you can join us next week for the Belgium round of the championship. We'll see you then.